In the late 60s and early 70s, heavy metal music started gaining popularity. The lyrics depicted mature themes that were unprecedented in other music genres. Over the years, this genre became immensely popular and various subgenres were developed. For metal bands, music had become an outlet to express themselves to the society, and not all of them had pleasant ideologies. One of the more popular genres of the 80s was black metal. This type of music became especially popular in Scandinavian countries, and most of the time, the lyrics hinted at anti-Christian themes. One Norwegian band named Mayhem started to attract a lot of attention, but not necessarily in a positive way. The vocalist of the band, known as Dead, was literally obsessed with death. He wore corpse paint and even buried his stage clothes after each performance, and dug them out again before the next one to feel like a corpse who had just risen from his grave. According to the other members, Dead did not just do these things for show or to rile up the audience. He truly believed that he was a dead corpse roaming the earth. In 1990, the members of the band moved to an old house in a forest near Oslo to work on their music. According to the other members, the band's guitarist, nicknamed Euronymous, and Dead, started to exhibit violent behavior towards one another. 1 year later, Dead committed suicide, and Euronymous found his corpse. While the other band members were stricken with grief and sadness at losing their friend, Euronymous decided to exploit Dead's suicide as an attempt to bolster the band's evil image. He took pictures of Dead's corpse and used it as the cover photo for their album named Dawn of the Black Hearts. He also made necklaces with bits of Dead's skull and gave them to those he deemed worthy. Most of the other members were disgusted by Euronymous' behavior and did not get along with him, so they decided to leave the band. Euronymous had to recruit more members into the band in order to work on an upcoming album. He recruited fellow musician Varg Vikerns, who was responsible for burning several churches down in Norway, some of which were considered historical landmarks. One night, Vikerns went to Euronymous' apartment to settle on a contract. However, the two had a heated argument which escalated into a fight. In the end, Vikerns stabbed Euronymous 23 times and killed him. Vikerns was arrested by the police and put on trial. He was found guilty of murdering Euronymous and burning several churches. Subsequently, he was sentenced to 21 years in prison, which was the maximum sentence administered in Norway. A year later, the mysterious Dom Sathonis, the album Vikerns and Euronymous worked on together, was released to the public. It is widely considered one of the most influential black metal albums of all time, and most of the new bands regard it as the holy grail of black metal scene despite all the controversy surrounding it. Vikerns was released from prison in 2009 on parole and moved to France with his family, where he continues to write and make music.